Hello students, this is Vishan sir. Today is my 21st video, and in this video today we are going to see the next topic of chapter number 3b, that is methods of measuring price elasticity of demand. Okay student, so before going to see different methods of measuring price elasticity of demand, yes, I hope you got the different types of price elasticity of demand. Yes, income elasticity of demand, cross elasticity of demand, okay, and their types. Okay, so these three methods are very important to understand, and these three methods are very important for exam also. Out of three, at least two methods always come in the exam, either ratio method or geometric method will come, because there are three methods to measure the price elasticity of demand. Yes, ratio method, total expenditure method, and point method or geometric method. Yes, so let us see one by one. And all these three methods given by the great neoclassical economist Dr. Alfred Marshall from his book Principle of Economics, published in year 1890. Okay, let us see one by one. First method is ratio method. Yes, ratio method is again given by Dr. Marshall, and according to him, ratio method also called as percentage method. And why it is called as percentage method, that I will give you the reason, yes, while teaching the point. Okay, so percentage method or ratio method is the ratio of percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price. Okay, so let us quickly recall the formula of ratio method. Yes, so the formula is quite same. Price elasticity of demand is equal to delta Q upon delta P into P upon Q. Okay, and according to this equation, it means, yes, percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price. It means how much change in price brings how much change in demand. Means change in price brings change in demand, but how much exactly? So because of this method we are going to see the exact number. Yes, and why it is called as percentage? Because when the price changes from 10 rupees to 20 rupees, so almost it is double. For example, when the price changes from 10 rupees to 20 rupees, it means the price change by 100%, almost double. So it is also known as in percentage form, that is, for example, 10 rupees to 20 rupees, so price increased by how much percentage? 100%. And when the price increase from 10 rupees to 15 rupees, so how much price exactly change? Price change by 50%. Yes, that's why it is called as percentage method. And how much change in price brings how much change in demand? Suppose earlier demand was 10 kg, now it is 5 kg, so how much it is? It is almost 50%. 50% fall in demand. Why? Because there is a increase in price from 10 rupees to 15 rupees. So as price increase, demand will decrease. So law of demand is also valid here. And why it is called as ratio method? Because when we write the formula of this ratio method, we use this sign, ratio. Ratio means one is a numerator and second is denominator. So delta Q is a numerator and delta P is a denominator. So in between there is a ratio. Yes, that's why it's called as ratio. Yes, This method also known as arithmetic method. Why? Because while solving this sum, we use the some mathematical sign like into, like division, like plus or minus. Yes, so in this formula we have used which symbol, that is division sign, multiplication sign. That's why it's called as arithmetic method. Okay, so because of, on the basis of this formula, we will solve the further sum. Okay, let us see. Meaning is given, and after that we will see the formula. Yes, ratio method is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price. Yes, formula, you can see the formula, delta Q upon delta P. Yes, percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. Yes, and for more simplification we can apply this mathematical expression. Yes, ED is equal to delta Q upon Q divided by delta P upon P, and further ED is equal to delta Q upon Q into P upon delta P. Yes, and when you solve these three equations, finally you will get this sum. Yes, after this equation, the next equation is ED is equal to delta Q upon delta P into P upon Q. Okay student, both equations are same. Yes, so it's all about the formula of ratio method. That much is formula of ratio method. So because of this formula we can solve this sum, the numerical example given in your textbook. Yes, so in the first column price is given 20 and 25, and quantity demand is given in kg, 10 kg and 9 kg. Yes, and formula is already given in your textbook. So how to find out the price elasticity of demand? By applying ratio method. Yes, so that much information will be given, yes, in your paper, in your exam paper. So you have to find out the elasticity of demand by using ratio method. Okay student, so I hope you got the meaning of this table. Okay, this table is very clear, it's very simple to understand. In the first column price is given, and in the second column quantity demanded is given in the kg. Yes, so when the price of the commodity is 20 rupees, demand is 10 kg. Yes, and when the price increase from 20 rupees to 25 rupees, demand will obviously decrease from 10 kg to 9 kg. So demand decreases. Why? Because of increase in price from 20 rupees to 25 rupees. So let us find out how much exactly demand become elastic. Yes, so apply the formula. Before going to apply the formula, let us find out the value. Yes, the original price of the commodity is 20 rupees. The original price of the commodity is 20 rupees. Okay, and original demand is 10 kg. Yes, and when the price increase from 20 rupees to 25 rupees, demand decrease from 10 to 9 kg. So how much exactly price changes? Price changes by 5 rupees. So delta P is equal to 5 rupees, it is given, and original price of the commodity is 20 rupees. So P is equal to 20 and delta P is equal to 5 rupees. Yes, means the new price is 25 and old price is 20. So 25 minus 20 is equal to 5. So the value of delta P is 5. Yes, and how much demand changes? The original demand is 10 kg. Yes, so how to find out the new demand, change in demand? So new demand, yes, minus old demand. So new demand is how much? Old demand is 10 kg. So 10 kg minus 9 kg is equal to 1. So delta Q is equal to 1. It is given. See, it is given. It is means it is a difference between the change in demand, means it is a difference between the old demand and new demand. So old demand is how much? 10 kg. See, and new demand is 9 kg. So 10 minus 9, or we can say what is the difference value between this 10 and 9? That is 1. So delta Q is equal to 1. Okay. So we have all the value according to the formula. Yes, if you see the formula, we have delta Q value here. Delta Q value is 1. Yes, delta P value is how much? 5. Yes, original demand is how much? 10 kg, and original price is how much? 20 rupees. So all the values are given already in your textbook. Now substitute this value in the formula and find out the result. So we have to substitute all the value according to their position. Yes, see, delta Q is how much? Delta Q is 1 kg. Yes, and how much? Original demand. Original demand is how much? 10 kg. Yes, into, yes, P. How much the original price? Original price is 20 rupees. And how much the change in price? How much? Price change is by 5 rupees. And when we solve it, we'll get how much? 1 into 20 is equal to 20 upon 10 into 5, 50. So 20 upon 50 is equal to 0.4. 0.4 is the answer. So after getting 0.4, students, you can easily find out which type of elasticity of demand it is. When the value comes less than 1, so it is a relatively inelastic demand. Yes, because the elasticity is less. So here 0.5 is less than 1. And if the answer comes less than 1, it is, if the answer comes less than 1, it is relatively, see, it is given relatively inelastic demand. Yes. So what is the slope of demand curve? The slope of demand is steeper. Yes, it means a very large change in price brings small change in demand. Yes, a large change in price brings small change in demand. It is called as relatively inelastic demand, where the value comes less than 1. So suppose here answer comes 0.4. If the answer comes 0.5, it is same. If the answer comes 0.7, it is same types of elasticity of demand. Yes, the value come less than 1. So it is a relatively inelastic demand, and the slope of demand is steeper. Yes, it means, suppose this is the original price and this is the new price. So you can see price here, what happened here, price increases. The original price, it is 20 rupees, and according to this 20 rupees, how much the demand? Demand is 10 kg. So price increases from 20 to 25 rupees. So demand decreases from 10 kg to 9 kg. So you can see the situation. Here the price changes more, that is from 20 to direct 25, and demand changes very less percentage, from 10 kg to only 9 kg, means only 1 kg demand falls, but price increases more, that is 5 rupees. So you can give the answer by just looking the table. Here price changes more and demand changes less, so it is a relatively elastic demand. Yes, what is the meaning of that? A large change in price brings small change in demand, it is called as relatively inelastic demand. The slope of demand is steeper. Yes, so in this way you can find out the answer, yes, of this ratio method. Yes, and one more question you can raise in your mind, that why it is called as percentage method. So we have solved this sum according to the ratio method. Okay, all these are example of the ratio method. See, an answer comes 0.4. This is the answer. Let us see, we will apply the percentage method, whether the answer comes same or not. Let us rectify. Okay student, okay, and why it is called as percentage method, let us see. Now you tell me student, you just imagine when the price of the commodity was 20 rupees, yes, and it is increased from 20 to 25. So the difference is how much rupees? 5 rupees. So this 5 rupees is how much percentage of 20 rupees? This 5 rupees is how much percentage of 20 rupees? So this is a 25%. Yes, 5 rupees is 25% of 20 rupees. Yes, so delta P is equal to 25%. Okay, let us see, find out the value of delta Q. How much the demand changes? Demand changes from 10 kg to 9 kg. So how much exactly demand decrease? Demand decrease by 1 kg. Yes, so 1 kg is how much percentage of 10 rupees? Yes, 10%. Yes, so delta Q is 10%. Then apply the formula. What is the formula? Formula is delta Q upon delta P. How much the, this is percentage, how much the quantity changes? Quantity changes by 10%. How much the demand change, how much the price changes? Price changes by 25%. Now solve this equation. Yes, 10 upon 25. 10 upon 25 is equal to 0.4. You can use the mobile calculator afterwards. Yes, 10 upon means 10% upon 25% is equal to how much? Is equal to 0.4. Yes, so either you apply ratio method or you can apply percentage method. Answer comes same, that is 0.4, and even the type is same, it is relatively inelastic, and the slope of demand is steeper, same way. Yes, a large change in price brings small change in demand. You can see the numbers. Price changes by 25% and demand changes only 10%. So when the price changes more, demand changes less. Which type it is? It is relatively inelastic demand. Yes, and ratio method also known as percentage method also known as arithmetic method, and arithmetic method also known as proportionate method. So there are 4 names of ratio method. Yes, ratio method, yes, percentage method, arithmetic method, and proportionate method. So if the question comes in exam in any name, you can easily write the answer. Okay student, now take down one homework basis of this topic, that is ratio method. Yes, you prepare this table. Yes, in the first column price is given, in the second column quantity demand is given. Suppose the price is given 10 rupees, and according to this 10 rupees demand is 20 kg. Yes, 20 kg, and when price decrease from 10 rupees to 5 kg, demand will increase from 20 kg to 40 kg. Yes, now find out the The question is find out the price elasticity of demand by using ratio method or by using percentage method, because answer comes same when you apply the both method or both way answer comes same. Yes, this is your homework. Yes, means it is just for understanding. Yes, price 10 rupees, demand is 20 kg, and when the price decrease, demand will increase from 20 kg to 40 kg. Find out the elasticity. Yes, you just keep ready all these things and show me on my personal WhatsApp number. Okay, student. Yes, let us move to the second method. The second method is expenditure method or total expenditure method. Yes, total expenditure method given by Dr. Alfred Marshall from his book Principle of Economics, published in year 1890. Yes, and this method is very you can say very typical to understand, because this method rarely comes in the exam. You should focus more on the first method and the third method. First method is ratio method and third is geometric method. Okay, but let us revise it. Let us do it very fast. Okay, total expenditure method. Yes, it can be obtained by multiplying price into quantity. Yes, this method was developed by Dr. Marshall. Okay, in this method, the total amount of expenditure before and after the price changes is compared. Yes, here the total expenditure method refers to the product of price and quantity demanded. Again, you have to recall what is the price and quantity demanded. Yes, in this connection, the Marshall has given the following proportions. Proportion means following example. Yes, so it happens in three cases: relatively elastic demand where the value is greater than 1, unitary elastic demand where the value is equal to 1, and relatively inelastic demand where the value is less than 1. So before going to understand the ratio method, let us quickly revise what is the meaning of relatively elastic demand. Yes, a small change in price brings large change in demand. It is called as relatively elastic demand. It means price changes less. Yes, and demand changes more. So the value comes greater than 1. See, the value comes, demand is greater than 1. Yes. What is the meaning of unitary elastic demand? Where the value comes equal to 1. ED is equal to 1. It means the price and demand changes by the same percentage. Price and demand increase or decrease by the same percentage. For example, 10% fall in price brings exactly 10% rise in demand. Yes, price decrease by 10%, demand increase by 10%. So 10 upon 10, 1. Yes. Third is relatively inelastic demand, and this type is opposite of this type. Okay. Relatively inelastic demand means a large change in price brings small change in demand. It means price changes more and demand changes less. That's why the demand is less than 1. Elasticity of demand is less than 1. Okay. Have you recalled all these things? Okay, student. Let us see the table given in your textbook. Yes, and expenditure method also sometimes also called as, yes, total outlay method. Yes, and the total outlay method can be obtained by price into quantity. yes, P into Q. Okay, so first you try to understand this table. In the first column the price of the commodity is given, yes, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60, and it is bifurcated by 3 example number A, example number B and example number C. Okay, and in the second column the quantity demanded is given. See this, these numbers are quantity demanded, yes. So how much change in price brings how much change in demand? Yes, if the price changes less and demand changes more, obviously it is relatively elastic demand. If the price and demand changes in a same percentage, so it is unitary elastic demand. And when the price changes less and demand changes more, sorry, price changes more and demand changes less, so it is relatively inelastic demand. Yes, let us see the example given in your textbook. See, so for example A, yes, in the A example, when the price of the commodity is 10 rupees, the demand is 6 kg, yes, or 6 units. And when the price increase from 10 rupees to 20 rupees, obviously the demand will decrease from 6 units to 5 units, yes, 6 units to 5 units. So how to find out the total output or total expenditure method? How to find out, how to calculate? So simply P into Q, yes. So here it is, price is given 10, demand is 6, so 10 into 6 is equal to 60, yes. And when the price increase from 10 to 20, the demand decrease, that is 5 kg. So how to get the outlay? So 20 into 5 is equal to 100. So here the value of Q is 100 and the value of price is P is 60, yes. So according to these numbers, what is the, find out the elasticity. So delta Q value is how much? Yes, first we apply the formula delta Q upon delta P, yes. How much the demand changes due to change in price? It is 100. So delta Q value is, all these denominator numbers are delta Q, yes, all these denominator numbers are, yes, delta Q. So here it is 100, yes. And how much delta P means how much price changes? Price changes by 60 rupees, so it is 60. And when you solve this 100 upon 60, the number comes how much? 1.66. So 1.66 is what? Greater than 1. Okay, 1.66, it is greater than 1. So if it is greater than 1, which type of elasticity of demand it is? It is relatively elastic demand. It means when we remove this ED and we write there 1.66, so 1.66 is greater than 1. So we prove that it is relatively elastic demand. So here in the first example A, it means price changes in a small percentage and demand changes in a large percentage. In the first example, this one, yes. So it is a relatively elastic demand. And what about the slope of demand in this case? In the first example, the slope of demand is flatter, first type, because answer is more than 1. Okay, now let us see the second example, example number B. And when the price is 30 rupees, demand is 4 kg. So how to get the total outlay? Total outlay is equal to price into quantity. So 30 into 4 is equal to 120. Yes, so it is because of change in price. Okay, so when the price increase from 30 to 40, demand will decrease from 4 to 3 kg. So how to get the total outlay? So 40 into 30 is equal to 120. So here 120 is a price and 120 is a delta Q. So here we can say delta formula. What is the formula? Delta Q upon delta P. So how much? Delta Q is 120 and delta P is 120. 120 upon 120 is equal to 1. So which type it is? It is unitary elastic demand, and slope of demand is rectangular hyperbola. Yes, price and demand changes in a same percentage, that is, for example, 50%, 50%. Okay, student, let us move towards the third example, C. Yes, in the C column, when the price is 50 rupees, yes, demand is 2 kg. So how to get the total outlay? 50 into 2, 100. Yes, and when the price increase from 50 to 60, demand decrease from 2 to 1, and the total outlay is 60. Okay, so find out the elasticity. So here delta Q value is how much? Delta Q value is formula delta Q upon delta P. Yes, so here delta Q value is delta Q value is 60. Denominator, every denominator is delta Q. Yes, and delta P is 100. And when we solve, 60 upon 100 is equal to how much? It is 0.6. 0.6. So if the answer is 0.6, which type of elasticity it is? It is less than 1. So it is relatively inelastic demand, type number 5. Okay, so in this way you can solve all this example by the given table. Okay, so student, in this video I have completed 2 methods of measuring price elasticity of demand. Okay, in the next lecture we will see the third method, that is geometric method. Very interesting. Geometric method is very interesting method to measure the price elasticity of demand, or point method, geometric method or point method. Okay student, so I stop my video here. Okay, keep study, stay at home. Thank you class.